I'm not sitting. For this presentation, there's no sitting. Welcome. Hi. Hello. Magic. Okay, we'll have to remind ourselves about that. Okay, so good afternoon, everybody. Hello, thank you for having me. Hello to all the video cameras. So it's my pleasure today to be here with you today. Maybe you could tell I'm a little bit sick, so please bear with me and my voice. So what I'd like to start with today is presentation skills. I basically have a short presentation today to kind of walk us through some things about presenting. Good ways to give a good presentation, hopefully a great presentation, and maybe some things that aren't so good. So, and then maybe later you can see whether or not I did a good job. Hopefully I'll do a good job. How about this? Is it on? Okay, cool. You can't see me? It's okay. It doesn't matter. Okay, again, sorry, my name is Dave, and I'm here. I'm working with Vishnu, and we're working with the U.S. State Department with the English Language Fellowship Program. So, again, I'm very happy to be here and help you out. So let's get started, shall we?
Yes.
Okay. So, what I would like to do to start with is maybe in partners, twos, okay, or anyone next to you in groups, twos, threes, whatever is suitable for you. I would like you to talk together and think and talk about it. A great presentation that you saw one time in your life, okay? So kind of like discuss this, okay? What did you see? What made it so great? Okay, so first discuss like, oh, I remember one time many years ago I saw someone from TU or someone from Midwestern Intel, they had a great talk, or I was in another country and they did this and this. Okay, talk about that. And so first talk, and then later I would like you to write down just a few key things from your discussion. What made a great presentation? Okay? So okay, so great presentation, great workshop, a great speech or talk, something from your life. Okay? Talk, and then just write a few key points. What made it so great? Why was it great? Okay?
Talking groups of talking pairs.
Yeah, go ahead. Just talk together.
Great presentation.
Talk to the person next to you. Who was so great?
What are the qualities of good presentation or great presentation? Let me talk on that.
From your past. Talk together. English, Nepali, doesn't matter. Just talk together. I don't care. It's you talking about your experience. Have you ever seen a great presentation? From you, your past.
Did you get the point? For example,
We need to discuss about that.
Yes.
We have
For example,
Yes, something you've seen in your life.
For example, many years back, you attended a seminar or you just talked with somebody else. Right? What were the key aspects? What is your experience regarding that?
Any experience? Yeah, but is that what you see? What I'm saying is from you saw someone from your experience, they were confident and they were How about you guys? Great workshop, great speeches. Any presentation that you saw, you were like, wow, that was great. No? First time? Okay, great. Okay, in your life, have you seen a presentation or have you been to a workshop before? Yeah. And if it was good, why did you like it? What was good about it? Or were you sleeping? This is usually it. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. Yes. Cool. Okay, great. I like that. Thank you. Okay. Okay. And you liked it because? Okay. So basically, what she gave you something useful. That's why you liked it. Okay. Okay. Okay, so let's talk really quick. What were you saw a presentation once and you loved it. So what were some of the key things? Like, why did you like it?
Okay, I have just listed some of the points here. So presenter must be physically confident, and then another. So he or she must have competence in subject matter.
Okay.
And then the presenter should attract the attention of audience.
Okay.
And then so he or she must motivate very well, and he must be active himself and create that stuff curious environment.
Getting everybody active and curious about this topic.
Just create the situation of curiosity.
Okay. Everybody's curious about something. Okay. Great. Thank you. Okay. Also, we talked briefly. You said the point when you saw a great workshop was because you got.
Okay. I have won this memory with Motikala Deba Subban. She is now president of NELTAS because I have attended her one presentation and she taught us how to write a biodiamond poem. So it's so unique for me because it is the informative only, just the informative. If you pick out somebody and that person's only the information is there. Rosie Rosani, 16 years old, has father and mother, loves banana, has singing. This is only just the information about single person, but it looks like a bio poem. It's a biography of somebody, but when we write a poem, it looks like a biodiamond poem. So it was so interesting for me. So I remember this so much, and I have practiced to my student as well. So I love this one because there is a simplicity, there is information, there is a creativity, and everything that is so interesting as well.
Okay.
So that is why I got it.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. A lot of great keywords there, right? Unique. We can't all be unique, but for that day, you got something unique. You got something useful, and I think that's a big point for us we can all, if you're going to deliver a workshop, you can all have something useful. Okay, so that's something we need to keep in mind. Something useful and useful information and simple. I love that keyword, simple. If we can't understand it, then okay, maybe it was fun, it was interesting, but can I use it? Maybe that's not so useful. Okay, so great points. Anybody else have anything they saw? A great presentation? I remember our friend in the back said maybe the presentations he saw made him fall asleep. Okay. Anything else? How about this side? Anyone? You were talking something? A great presentation? Anyone?
The audience should make clear what they are going to get from that presentation.
Bingo. Okay, so the audience should know what they're going to get. Again, useful information. Tell the audience. I saw someone else wrote, I forget who it was. Someone wrote, timely. Sorry for my bad writing. Time. Yeah? Yeah? Nobody likes that. You want to go home, right? Okay? So, okay. Thank you everybody so much for participating. I really appreciate that. So today, as you mentioned, we're going to talk about how you can give a better presentation, whether it's a paper or a workshop or any kind of speech, really. Okay, so we're going to focus on before, during, and after. Okay? That's what we're going to focus on very briefly today. I won't keep you very long, don't worry. Okay? So let's take a look. Let's talk about this. And I would love for you to get some ideas. Before you give a presentation, what information do you need?
From the side of presenter.
Well, okay. Let's think about that. You have... How many people are involved in this? You have the presenter, right? So you're the presenter.
Yeah.
What information do you need?
Audience.
Oh! Great. Okay. The presenter is going to need information about
Judge.
audience,
Judge.
time,
Content.
content, okay, what to do, right? Time, audience, okay. I'd like to give another tip. There was something I asked about today. I asked Vishnu today, what is the topic? Okay, I got the topic. I got the audience. But there's one more thing I got. I asked him, I said, has anyone talked about this before me? Where's my position in the talk? Okay? So you don't want to repeat. If someone is giving a presentation, you don't want to kind of review what they're talking about. So you need to know, maybe you have a great idea, but if someone else is already talking about that before you or even after you want to have something, again, maybe that's unique. Okay? So you don't want to repeat. So there's lots of information that you can get as a presenter. Okay?
Also, we need to understand the environment of the body.
Yes, the environment. Okay? The setting, exactly, right? So today, if I wanted to have a lot of movement, okay, everybody stand up, move around. Can I do that? Nope. Okay? So I really, really urge you to, especially maybe if you're presenting in a bigger conference or something, kind of ask, especially in February, anyone going to Kathmandu in February? Where there's a conference? There's some conferences, right? Yeah. So even that, I've asked them already, what is the situation? Okay, are there tables, are there chairs, okay? So I do it too, and I urge you to do the same, okay? All right. What about the goals?
It deals with the purpose. What's your purpose?
Yeah, what is my purpose? Come here. Oh, thank you. Oh, selfie. Is that my purpose today?
That's the purpose. What is purpose?
That's the purpose. Okay.
To teach the presentation skills.
And how many of you, maybe you're a teacher, or how many people have heard of the SMART goals?
Yes.
You know this? Okay. What are the SMART goals?
Specific, measurable, attainable, reliable, and time bound.
Look at that. Awesome. Okay. So one more time for maybe somebody who doesn't know this. Okay. Specific? Okay. So specific is talking about what? Okay, but specific, what should this be? Specific is...
To the point.
Yeah, to the point. And I think, especially for some people, maybe you're presenting on a paper. You could, sometimes you have a dissertation or a published 15 pages or 50 pages. You have a lot of things, right? Okay, so you need to kind of narrow it down to be specific. That's like for me today, before, during, after. Let's make it quick, okay? Okay. How about the M was? Measurable. Now, this one is a little tricky. Does anyone know what this is about? How? Assess. How will you know? Okay? How will you know that you have achieved these goals? Evaluate. Yeah, the how. How will you evaluate? How will I know that you learned something about presentation skills? How will I know?
Whether
Because
the things that we have to assess after our presentation, where the audience have got the points or not, that is measurable.
right. Okay, that is the point. But what I mean is, how do I know that you got it? Okay, for example, okay, I can see some notes, okay, but we'll see some others later, in the later slides, about how we can know that your audience got something. Okay, so we'll see. We'll have some techniques to show how they got it. Otherwise, we don't know. And now this thing has disappeared. Okay. Is it gonna come back up? Anyway, this one is. Can it be on? I don't know how to turn it on.
It is already on.
No, it's not.
Already on.
It is? Okay. So, A is.
Power button. Press on power button, then they take over. Yes. Yes.
Is it no?
No. Now again, switch on.
Okay. Okay, the A was? Attainable. Okay, I think all of these things, the specific, attainable, and time-based, all related to each other. What can a person get in your amount of time? Okay? Realistic. Okay, again, very, very close to the related. Okay? Can they get it in that amount of time? Practical, right? You gotta be able to understand, is it practical, okay? And I think these things, you have to think about them in the whole of your design of your, okay? And this one, of course, was time-based or time-bound. Okay? So, keep those things in mind, okay? The time that you have, okay? I highly recommend that when it comes to time-based, let's say you have 1 hour. If you finish in 1 hour, is that the best? Your time limit is 1 hour, and then you finish at 1 hour. Is that the best thing?
Yes.
I don't think so. In my opinion, the best thing is to finish a little bit before.
Yeah.
Because I have never, in my life, maybe you too, I have never been to a presentation, even if it's good, I never go, oh, more, please, more time. I've never done that. Even if I'm like, wow, that was pretty good. I want more, please more. I've never gone like more than an hour, please. I've never done that. I don't know about you. I've always gone like, hurry up. Right? So I'm saying is one little technique is possible for you to, when you're being time-based, is that you could, if you finish a little bit early or maybe skip something, okay, the audience actually will kind of appreciate that you didn't take so long, right? I mean, even if it's 1 hour is a long time. I mean, to sit and pay attention, our attention span is not... This is weird now.
Yeah.
Because this is here and this is not here. I know what this was anyway. Okay. Also for preparation. What materials, what software are you using? What you're using a computer maybe? And what program are you using? PowerPoint?
PowerPoint presentation.
Okay. How many people you like PowerPoint? Yeah, it's kind of like, okay. So I would just say quickly is some things for PowerPoint is keep the text, the amount of words you have there, to a minimum. Okay? In most presentations, even for papers, you should have a few key points. Okay? Alright? Have a few key points for PowerPoint. Don't put a lot of text. Don't make people read. Most people, they can't see the slides with all that text. Okay? If the audience is reading a paragraph on your slide, what are they not doing? They're not listening to you. They're reading. Okay? So you don't want to have a lot of text on your slide. It's not a good idea. Okay? Keep it limited. Short. Use your notes to explain more, and people can take notes. That way they're listening to you. You don't want them like, because they're not listening, they're just reading. Okay? So I think that's key for PowerPoint. Okay. What about pictures? What about visuals? What do you think about that? Should we use pictures in the PowerPoint? Yeah? Okay? I think we should, if they're necessary. Okay? You don't want the pictures or something to become distracting. Okay? One other thing you might consider is we'll just say it's 2018, so we'll say app. Try something new. There are other apps instead of PowerPoint. One, if you haven't heard of this, it's called Prezi. It's online based. You don't have to download anything. You can prepare your presentation right in your browser. So it's actually quite easy to use, and they call it non-linear. It doesn't just go slide by slide. It kind of has like motion, and it's kind of entertaining. Okay. I did not have time to prepare one, but it's quite easy to use, and so I encourage you to check it out. This also could give you the kind of unique and attractive feature. If you have never seen this, I highly recommend it. I've used it before. Audiences love it. This is something they've never seen before, so it's quite useful. Okay. Does anyone have anything else they want to add to this? Anything from your life? Any advice? Anything? Problems? Question? Anything? No? Okay. So, what I'd like to do now is, I'm going to play a video. And when we watch the video, I would like you to write down what is wrong. We're going to see a video. Oh, in the basket. Yeah. Okay. Let's try this. Okay. So, watch a short video, and while you're watching, we'll watch a video of a speech. Someone's giving a presentation, and you write down the wrong things. This is all about the bad things. So, as you're watching, I don't like this. This is bad. Shouldn't do this. Okay? Okay, so here he comes. This is our guy. Okay, ready? Oh! What about Yes. Okay. Here we go. Volume. The volume is not too important, but mostly the visual, okay? You can see what is wrong. How about this? Oh, got it. Okay, let's see. Alright, wrong things. It's really not important about the volume is not very important. Okay. Wrong things, wrong things. Oh, okay.
Now, would anyone like
Okay, we'll come back.
Bush
What did you see?
imposed a law?
What did you see in this one? What was?
There was no trading. There is no two-way communication.
No two-way communication, right? No eye contact.
No engagement.
No engagement.
Reading.
Reading. This is like number one bad thing that you see your students. How many teachers you have students present and they just reading? It's the worst, right? Okay. What else? Anything else?
Traditional way of presentation.
Yeah.
It was very traditional, sure, but something else.
Personality.
Yeah, it didn't show any personality. Any?
Yeah. His face also. It's not using that technology.
Okay, there's certainly no technology. Fair enough. I mean, sometimes we can and sometimes we cannot. So, to be fair, nothing. Yeah, there's nothing to motivate the audience. What about his appearance? It's very important.
Laziness.
Yeah, just yeah. Okay, so let's
A lot of unpopular taxes on the American colonists and didn't let them elect representatives to the British government. In retaliation, the Americans started to boycott British goods. In 1773, Americans in Massachusetts dumped a shipload of British tea into Boston Harbor. This became known as the Boston Tea Party. as the British imposed laws known as the Intolerable Acts, including the Quartering Act, which made Americans let British soldiers live in their homes. Some of the American colonies created a Declaration of Rights and Grievances, which they sent to Britain, but the British just sent soldiers to the colonies to put down any rebellion. This led to the first battles of the Revolution at Lexington and Concord.
Thank you, Reggie.
Okay, that was pretty bad. Okay. Yeah, I think also like you're saying, his clothes, his posture. If you sit down, okay, even his posture, I think is bad. But we see.
I know it's very hard to give a presentation in front of them.
Let's see if he. Let's check. But a lot of these things are easy to fix. The reading can be difficult, but okay. Let's see if he fixes it here. Let's see if he.
Ranjit is first up again today, and I look forward to his new presentation. Jorge, could you dim the lights, please?
Good morning. Today I'd like to talk about the causes and effects of stress and how to cope with stress. Stress has many causes, including work or school, life events, changes, or unrealistic expectations of yourself. Some effects of stress include headaches, trouble sleeping, depression, or lack of concentration. I know how hard it can be to deal with stress. Last year, I started working after school to save for college, but I didn't have time to do homework and my grades went down. I had trouble sleeping, I only ate junk food, and I stopped hanging out with my friends. Fortunately, I was able to talk with a school counselor to manage my stress. She suggested that I reduce my hours at my job, eat healthy foods, and get some exercise. So I literally started walking home from school and bringing my lunch. I also asked my teachers for extra help. Now, I feel better. It's important to recognize when you're stressed and to ask for help. Thank you.
Okay, a little bit better? Yeah. This time, do you notice something different? Yes. Okay, I think definitely his body language, right? Do you notice him smiling and looking? Okay. Anything else?
Self-confidence and smiling.
Yeah. He was giving his own life experience.
Own personal experience as well as your self-confidence with smiling face. He was giving presentation.
Exactly.
He links the presentation with his experience, his history.
Right.
It is realistic too.
Okay. Yeah, and how about his clothes? His clothes were much better this time. Okay, instead of just like wearing a t-shirt. Okay. Anything else that you saw? Anything else?
He created interesting environment. The audience are interested.
Yeah. Audience are interested. He was looking, and also I think you just did it. You were like, okay, he's using gestures. Okay, hands gestures.